So welcome everyone for the second session related to projection of solids. So in the last session we dealt about exactly what do you mean by solids, how are they classifications, okay, so what are the dimensional parameters we need to understand, so how it is been classified, so all those stuffs we studied. So now you should be aware about how the position of the given solids will be aligned for all the three stages to solve the problem. Similarly, in case of projection of planes, we used to show all the three stages, the first stage, the second stage and the third stage, right? Similarly, even in the case of projection of solids, we need to show stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, front view as well as top view. For that you should be knowing how the position of the given solids should be considered based on the inclination with respect to HP and VP plane. So let us start up with some simple positions. So the first simple position is that the axis could be perpendicular to HP or VP. So whenever it is told the axis is perpendicular to HP or VP, we always assume that the axis will be parallel to both HP as well as VP. But it won't come into picture together. So it could be axis either perpendicular to HP or axis either perpendicular to VP. It is similar to in case of projection of planes, we used to identify whether the given lamina is resting on HP or on VP. Similarly here, the position could be either perpendicular to our HP plane or perpendicular to our VP plane. When the given problem is perpendicular to HP, then always the true shape and the size of the base will be in HP. So what do you mean by it? Suppose if it is told the axis is perpendicular to HP, you know every solid object will be having the top and bottom surface. It will be connected through an axis. The axis won't be visible, but from the center of the top surface to the bottom of the from the center of the top surface to the center of the bottom surface, there will be an axis at the center which will be hidden. So that axis is perpendicular to HP and perpendicular to VP. What do you mean by it? So when the axis is perpendicular to HP, how the position of the given solid will be? So you will be having our horizontal plane and the vertical plane. So when it is told it is perpendicular to HP, you have to position the given solid in this way, because you know that the axis passes from the top to that of the bottom. So that axis should be perpendicular to our horizontal plane. Means you have to keep the position of the given square prism in this way. So it is told that the true shape and the size of the base will lie in HP. Why? So when it is lying on HP, so we will view from the top. So when you view from the top, so we can see the entire rectangular surface. The true shape of entire square surface could be seen. So when you view from the top, you can see the true shape of the square, and hence it is told the true shape and the size of the base will be seen in HP, our horizontal plane. So when you view from the top, you will just project a square in our horizontal plane. That is the true shape of the base. Similarly, then you will view from the front. So when you view from the front, a rectangular surface will be projected to our vertical plane. So you will be having a rectangular surface as our front view, and you will be having a square surface as our top view. So the true shape of the base will be achieved in our horizontal plane. So this is about how it will be when the axis is perpendicular to HP. Similarly, second one, when the axis is perpendicular to VP. So then how will be the position? You have to tilt the position of the given solid in this way. So if you take the position of the given solid in this way, this will be the axis from the top to the bottom. So the axis will pass through the center. at the center. So the axis will be exactly perpendicular to our vertical plane. So this will be the position how the lamina will be. So when you keep in such a way that axis is perpendicular to VP, so when you view from the front, the true shape of the base will be visible in our vertical plane. Similarly, when you view from the top, you will see a rectangular surface in our horizontal plane. So when we rotate, you will see a rectangular surface in the horizontal plane, and the true shape of this base will be visible as a front view in case of our vertical plane. So this is exactly reverse to the condition of axis perpendicular to HP. But in case of projection of solid, we solve problem only related to axis either perpendicular, parallel or inclined to HP. You don't have problems related to axis perpendicular to VP or parallel to VP or inclined to VP. So you can just omit the second condition, but you should be knowing how it will be exactly. And next is when the axis is parallel to horizontal plane and vertical plane. So when the axis is parallel to both the horizontal and the vertical plane, you won't be getting the true shape of the base either in the vertical plane or in the horizontal plane. You will be getting the true shape only in the side view. It could be in the right profile plane or it could be in the left profile plane. How you take the 45-degree inclination and how you view. If you view from the right, you will show the side view in the left profile plane. If you view from the left, then you will show the side view in our right profile plane. Okay, so always if the axis is parallel to horizontal and vertical plane, you won't get the true shape either in our front view or in top view. It is always in the side view. So this is the second position, how it could be. So whenever it is in simple position, either axis perpendicular to HP or axis perpendicular to VP, we cover this only in one step. So no three stages will come into picture. You will just show the front view and the top view of the given prism, a pyramid, a cone, a cylinder, whatever it is. It is a one-step problem. So when the axis is inclined to HP and parallel to VP, this is a problem of two steps. So here three steps won't come into picture. What is the condition of position of the axis? The axis is inclined to HP and parallel to VP. So what happens? The axis will be inclined to a particular angle to HP and it will be parallel to VP. So this is a condition. So when this is the condition, always for the first stage we assume that the axis is perpendicular to HP. So assuming the axis is perpendicular to HP, we will draw the top and the front view. So this is the same case what I explained. So if you are speaking about the square prism and we assume that the axis is perpendicular to HP. So in that case you have to place the given solid in this way such that the axis will be exactly perpendicular to our HP plane. So when we view from the top, we will be just seeing the true shape of the solid surface, and hence the top view will provide the true shape of the surface. Always in solids we join together and show the center. So the top view will show the true shape. So we assume that axis is perpendicular to HP for the first position. So then you take the projection from here, you draw the axis perpendicular to HP. So when this is the position where the axis is perpendicular to HP, when you view from the front, it looks like a rectangle. So you will take the projection above. The axis height will be given in the question, whether it is 60 mm or 50 mm. So we will take the projection until then you will join. So you will get our front view. Okay. So this is the first stage what we assume. assume axis is perpendicular to HP. So then you will trace out the top view and the front view. Here the top view will provide the true shape of the base, and the front view will be a rectangular surface when you view from the front. So then for the second position, what you do, you will tilt the front view to the required inclination. So second view always, when it is resting in HP, या perpendicular या parallel, we always start up with the top view and then go for the front view. In that case, we will always take the inclination of HP first in the second stage. So in the second stage, we assume the given axis is tilted to a particular angle. In the question, they tell to what angle it has been inclined. So based on that, you incline to the axis and then you shift the entire first stage front view to the second stage. So you reconstruct the front view part which was vertical to an inclined angle. Then you take the projection down and show the top view part. How does it look? I'll explain you how you have to solve the problem with respect to the front view and the top view. So here, when the axis is inclined to HP and parallel to VP, it will be a two-step problem where you will first assume that axis is perpendicular, and second you assume that axis is inclined to particular angle. Then you will trace out the front view and the top view. Okay, so this is about the second position. How does it look like? And then there is a last position what I have to explain you. Okay, so that will cover for the 3 stages. So what is it? I'll just show you the last step of it, the position, how it will be. The condition is the last one. When the axis is inclined to both HP and VP. So how you will follow it? So when the given axis is inclined to both HP and VP, so the position of lamina will be in such a way that the given solid will be inclined to HP as well as to VP. So in that case, how you will solve the problem? It will not be vertical to either horizontal plane or vertical to either horizontal or vertical to our VP plane. It will be inclined to HP plane and it will be inclined to VP plane. In that case, how you will start and solve the problem? So in that case, always we will first assume that axis will be perpendicular to HP. Okay, then you will trace out the first front view and the top view. So this is the first step. Second step, what you do is you will incline the axis to certain angle with respect to HP. So first you will assume axis is perpendicular and you will draw and show the front and the top view. And in the second stage you will assume the axis to be inclined to particular angle to HP. Then again you will trace out what is the front view and the top view. And thirdly, you will take the inclination of axis with respect to VP. Then when you take the inclination of angle with respect to VP, you will trace out the top view first and then you go for the front view. So this is the common step what we follow in all the type of solid problems. So it could be pyramids, it could be prism, it could be cylinder or a cone. So in every case, always we solve the problems where the axis is inclined to both to HP and VP. In every case, this is the strategy being followed. In the first step, we assume the axis is perpendicular to HP. We will draw the top and the front view. And in the second stage, we always assume the axis is inclined to HP. some angle will be given in the problem. So based on that, again you trace out the front view and the top view. And in the last stage, you always take the inclination of axis with respect to VP. So in that case, we will draw the top view first and then the front view. I will just show a rough sketch how does it looks. I am not drawing anything with respect to the dimension, just to figure out how does it look. So when the axis is inclined to HP and VP, in every problem we draw XY line. So if we considered a square prism, right, axis is inclined to both HP and VP, it will be inclined to some angle to HP and inclined to some angle to VP. But always we consider in the first position axis is perpendicular. So when the axis is perpendicular to HP in first position, when you view from the top, you will just see a square surface. Right, so you will show a square surface over here. So it will provide the true shape of the square prism. Then you will join the diagonal. The naming and all I am not showing you, just the picture. How does it look? We will put the center axis. So then we take the projection. Okay, first you will show the axis. Axis is denoted in this way. In the beginning of the EGDL class, we have described how the axis line, the hidden and continuous line will be. In the question always they give you the axis height also. So you will take 60 mm or 50 mm whichever is given. So then you take the projection. Okay, so this will provide us the front view and the top view. So the true shape of the base is always given in the top view. So this is the case where axis is assumed perpendicular to HP. So next what the step I told, the axis will be assumed that it is inclined to particular angle to VP. So you leave some space and you show the axis here. Axis line, you will measure entirely how much is the axis line. In the question the angle will be given either 30 degree to HP or 40 degree or 45 degree to HP. So you will take the axis line for that particular angle. Then you will measure this distance from here till here is how much? You will cut an arc. The distance you will check by trial and error such that it meets exactly on our XY plane. And you will shift. And again this distance you will cut an arc. Always this line should be perpendicular. This angle should be 90 degree. Okay. So then you measure this distance. You take the projection. You will measure this distance how much it is. Cut an arc and cut an arc. Then you will join. After this you take the projection down. Okay. So then you extend the projection here. So this will be from center to center. So outer boundary will be always darkened. Okay, so there will be some part which will be hidden. Okay, so all those I will tell you later. This is a rough sketch. So you are tracing the first front view and the top view to the second stage, front view and the top view. So this is the second stage. In the first stage we assume the axis is perpendicular to HP. In the second stage we assume that axis is inclined to HP for certain angle. So then also we will start up with front view and then go for top view. Okay. So then in the last stage we always take the inclination with respect to VP. So you will take the inclination with respect to VP. In the problem they will tell whether the side is, which side is resting on VP line. Suppose if this is the side been resting, then you will shift this side here and then you project the entire top view above, take the projections, extend the projection from our front view also, then trace out the final front view in third stage. So this is a basic concept what you have to follow when the axis is inclined to HP as well as VP. So we have three options when the axis is perpendicular to HP or VP. Sometimes the axis, at that case it is a problem on only stage 1 where you will show only front view and top view, only one stage. And in the second, when the axis is parallel to both HP and VP, you won't get either the front view or the top view, but you won't get the true shape in either front view or the top view, but the true shape will be obtained in our side view. And the third condition is the given axis could be perpendicular and inclined to HP. So then it is a two-stage problem where first you will assume the given axis is perpendicular to HP, then the given axis is inclined to HP. It is only a step 2 problem. But when the axis is inclined to both HP and VP, this is a 3-stage problem where we assume same thing, axis perpendicular to HP in first stage, axis inclined to particular angle to HP in second stage, and the given solid or the axis being inclined to VP at particular angle. So then we trace out the front view and the top view for all the 3 stages. So this is about how the position of the given solid will be irrespective of the classification of solids. Thank you.